possibilities. TV, a world of endless possibilities. Hostile TV, a world of endless possibilities.
Abobri doubt to the num and so ya baba kansa wo yenda yo day yiti oye anapatchumi to wo Costa TV ibotum na eza bro and then some pi no botum no weze him shane so there is oye kase bono botum na abro the man na enyi oye mpi botum atwe komo fa oye mpempensa Ghana yetum yediri yehwa oye wo machine sama awode wo ye hia pa ma otu obaboa indiscipline yetum na adorso wo oye schools ahoro ntimpenfo pi Baba nefi inwa atwe nkomo wadam dwumeziudo yankwe njetir sisara ihwa aya akwankyira kalekfo wa asha hono zase the master muslim so atuma asha hono zase nti hin sabaka aya reverend father na ina atwe nkomo sa kalekfo LENT na sinde the bench tisu na wo ye aya LENT p no ka konkrata de yemfa mba wa abur abaso ji mo acha ojima henwa
ya henwa
waso ojode
ojima henwa
so de ko ukro madam na bijia
me papa say
wo papa wo papa la wonyi wa hene wa wo papa friend de
ESSIEN
tire ESSIEN nko tin so na abo nke wa kene jana no yi
ESSIEN nko ane
unti
important
tire oye doma wo tuma iwo hwe the inquention sama of na Ghana 69 years yetumi yeti ye hina ya betro do ihu ya nkwa wo se adubusu nko ba man wo ya nko na adwene pa wo so obaya ofe wo krom kasa na nko hene
yama ba he obi amo olenia mo nka da nyamle asike ma ale akpale he mo yeta ye de aze me ye baba asda ya ve ya mine na kame Ghana yenya 69 years ye hoyonyu kpale pa ezahani ati yo dike awe bia la mo elegana ni na bia mo eflon Ghana ni na bo modern ke ediema mo enede ediema mo eni bi ediema mo ali bibili le ko do ni ebahile elole wavoa man ye wa adwene ke ebabo wazie enyezo Ghana month mo ye wonu han fa si enyezo no oye de bi mo wole hion papa kama obaya ye mu a ebahole aba azundwele ya ve adna Ghana ke ema bia la ya ma bia so happy new month happy Ghana month
na nzemangi happy in the man happy in the man kana
happy birthday na happy new month I don't know
actually
translation yo
ya face baza na ya ba oya gwa na ya bitina wo oya kase bo yetumeze bra wonenum yeshua the happy new month na happy oya independence day za na no yes kase bo ya si mezenisi OMAR bin ABDULLAH me ma jiraba
AFIBA ESSIEN
was an AFIBA da to balo ye ba he yim za na ye ko hene yim na fi yetumi ya hye Ghana yezi oya 69 years o cheda Ghana okọ pension da na wa ahmagina mo no wotum no oye na so mpenfipi no febere to bere no obamodo je simple do tum kansa ma horo wa bra Ghana oya 69 years another isa oya independence asi zo de kane hene mampan no de kane no osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ogina simple de some tum tugwa yifi oya osaje for no oya Chamorroyals oya president no so tum na of bere to bere no oya 6 match da na independence da no so otum de nezeba amampan John na Jakum Kufo no so otum no chana da man oto che da bisibri yakwa mpanyefo no of bere to bere no za wotum ye odo 6 match and some otum tugwa
African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. And my last warning to you is that you all should stand firm behind us so that we can prove to the world that when the African is given a chance, he can show to the world that he's somebody. We are awakening. We shall no more go back to sleep anymore. We are going to demonstrate to the world, to the other nations, young as we are, that we are prepared to lay our own foundation. As I said in the assembly just minutes ago, I made a point that we are going to say that we create our own African personality and identity. It's the only way in which we can show the world that we are ready for our own battle. But today, may I call upon you all that at this great day, let us all remember that nothing in the world can be done unless it has the purported support of God. We have done the battle, and we again rededicate ourselves not only in the struggle to emancipate other territories in Africa. Our independence is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the African continent. And here, I will ask the band to play the Ghana national anthem.
Become our custom to celebrate the 6th of March as a day especially dedicated to the youth and children of our country. This morning, we have witnessed an impressive turnout of the youth and their visible joy of participating in this historic event. Not only that, the youth and children have portrayed our rich and diverse cultures with pride. And it is not the negative type of pride which says one group is superior to others. It is the positive pride which rejoices in variety and beauty, just like our kente or the smock, when the colorful patterns are woven together. That is the spirit in which we welcomed our independence 37 years ago and set about building a nation of a people united in their determination to live together as one people. My beloved countrymen and women, since the attainment of independence, Ghana, like most other African countries, has been faced with the task of integrating our different ethnic groups into a modern nation state within a democratic framework. At independence, our people rejected notions of tribalism as contained in the campaign of those who advocated for federalism in Ghana. Even if some of the suspicions and prejudices which characterize intra-ethnic relations may have persisted, few will deny the remarkable progress we have made as Ghanaians, because we have developed a high sense of belonging in the wider community of the nation. By laying emphasis on individual merit and integrity more than any other consideration, the erstwhile PNDC succeeded in promoting a higher sense of national unity and purposefulness, which formed the basis of the stability the nation has enjoyed over the past decade. I wish to affirm that the government of the National Democratic Congress, the Progressive Alliance for that matter, consisting of the NCP and the Eagle Party, will continue to pursue the path of national unity and stability. This government has never and will not discriminate against any region or ethnic group. Indeed, we will also continue to pursue policies that will bring about equitable...
In his own address, President John Kufuor paid tribute to the sacrifices made over the years by past national heroes and other ordinary citizens of Ghana for the attainment of the most cherished aspirations of the Ghanaian people. He called on his compatriots to reach
us this far. On behalf of Ghana and on my own behalf, I also wish to thank all of you, colleague presidents from around the continent of Africa, and you, the foreign dignitaries from outside Africa, and all your delegations for coming to join us to celebrate our big day. Ghana appreciates it. I'm sure you will agree with me that this is a celebration not only for Ghana, but also for the whole of Africa. The African on the continent, who for centuries had been violated and subjugated through the slave trade and colonialism, on that fateful day succeeded in breaking asunder the chains of bondage. Today, therefore, is as much Ghana's celebration as it is for the rest of Africa. Today, I must pay homage to the first president of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and his colleagues of the United Gold Coast Convention, who in 1947 launched the last phase of the process towards independence. But even as we celebrate, we must not become complacent, but keep on striving towards achieving excellence. Thus, as we reach one milestone, we must aim higher. As we achieve one goal, political independence, economic prosperity, a literate population, a longer and healthier lifespan, peace and self-respect on our continent, we must raise our sights even higher. Our destiny...
Ghana, our dear and beloved country, is 55 years old today, and we must give thanks to the Almighty for having brought us thus far. 55 years in the life of any nation is no mean achievement, and that's why we have to be grateful to the Almighty for His grace and for His mercies. Parade Commander Colonel John Asabri and the various contingents on parade, you've added beauty, glamour, and color to the 55th Independence Day celebrations. Mother Ghana will forever be grateful to you for a job so very well done. My brothers and sisters, it would be remiss on our part if we do not take this opportunity to salute those known and unknown who fought to bring us our independence. Sergeant Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and his team, Sergeant Tajete, Corporal Satipo and Obate Lamte, and all those gallant men and women who fought so that we'll be able to celebrate this day. The torch that Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah lit 55 years ago is still glowing across the continent and worldwide. It is not surprising that at the last gathering of the AU in Addis Ababa last January, a magnificent statue in his honor was unveiled at the forecourt of the new AU building. We should also
stand here today to celebrate the 60th anniversary of our nation's independence, to celebrate our freedom from the clutches of British imperialism, to celebrate the final achievement of the struggle of successive generations of Ghanaian patriots to establish a free, sovereign Ghana. We are grateful that on such a happy day, leaders and representatives of our neighboring countries and friendly nations have, in acts of warm solidarity, joined us in our celebration. Akwaba, Your Excellencies, to each and every one of you. I thank the children from across the country for their excellent march. I thank the cultural troops from across the country of their magnificent display, which has showcased many elements of our culture. I thank the officers and men and women of the Ghana Armed Forces, the police service, and other security services for their display of order, pomp, and ceremony. And I thank them all for their willingness to put their lives on the line to secure the safety of our nation, the peace of our society, and the sanctity of our property. I'm happy to announce that on my way to these grounds, Independence Square, I stopped to perform a very important duty. I have this morning cut the sword for the commencement of the building of a national cathedral of interdenominational worship in our capital, Accra. This project, I'm glad to say,
I wish you all a happy independence anniversary. 10 years ago, during the 58th independence anniversary, we implemented reforms to the annual Independence Day parade. This reform eased the burden of thousands of school children who march, sparing them from hours of standing in the scorching sun. They formed up on the parade ground only when it was time for their march past and presidential acknowledgement. A few years ago, the previous administration also implemented reforms, deciding to rotate the hosting of Independence Day celebrations among the regions of our country. This initiative was intended to bring the celebration closer to all our people. Unfortunately, this year we are constrained not only to interrupt the celebrations rotation amongst the regions, but also to hold it on a scaled-down version here at the forecourt of the presidency instead of the traditional Black Star Square. This is necessary considering the economic crisis our nation is currently experiencing. Large-scale celebrations often come with significant logistical, security, and infrastructure costs, which
Ghana here from Day 1957. AFIBA oye engagement ye bebudu oye 69 years. Name be catched oh Prof Mills Ben no Yenaman paying 200 money man must obey. Yes, it's true, you are perfect. But you better hear Prof Mills. Now quite saying is no too much anti two German Ben and now the Danko for Nephi Asani Abba. I'm a pay John to the money mamma. Yes, someone of desire. Also for Ahmed Wahin is second Mr. Adama Abura. Against Pira Church and Sabah Costa TV to me friend the here or that country you to me na yefa. On you then.
Say you can't fastina Islam muno say ode oyefunu beto ho onidi onnom so na wobetwe ho afiri empo wonom a ware nkitahudi a wonom edi wobetwe ho afiri ho ene bone ahodo biara wobetwe ho afiri ho efiti eye ahmachembre kopem bra awia beto na obotaya esi wani so ne se wode esom nyankopon yewo Hilal committee ye committee a Ghana hampenfo musimufo omacheda eyisa enkrofoi a wonom ewo Islamic sector ahodo bia yayi binum afirimu a womoda sa ekoi ano a wonom dwumadi a wonom ebedi ne se koba ne se emere beso ama Ramadan bosome akomchene ya hyase a wonom ne enkrofo a wonom ehwehwe bosome no se de wodi kan no bosome no eduru mere bia bi ha ewiem se de esitie ntino ensu amuna anase nima ahodo bebre betimi ama ba ne se bosome no yenhunu na mum se wo machine your machines ahodo bebre wo ho a wani kan wontimi mfa hu bosome no na mum sa machines no wo ho a etimi eda ma hu se bosome no apie a na echese mbraso a wo se ade achi a wo se yefa akomchen ise koban se ebeda di se ene ana ochina ene enkyere akomchen na wonom de beba TV stations ahodo na ene WhatsApp ahodo a aba kwan ahodo bebre no mofa ede boy amane na yenso no yede ebo enkrofo amane so mbehu se embraso a wo se yenyina ibe kan ho abom na yafa akomchen no
Damin sami na aya susum kezia other circuit na no aya Abura circuit Osofo Ahmed Wahin otomodukwa osane tim chechire akwana wotomo foda wo hwewia anada wo humun na wo sha aya akonche nasi dam na so
de ema eba ne sa ne se ena bosome a eduru mere bi a yenhyeda ehunu no na ebetimi aba se ebinum wo oman fufuro bi so ono afa kwan bi so wono mahu bosome no nisa ne toma sha se omo kyrekom na yenso ye wo Ghana ha yenye hunu bosome no nanso ye se yehu ezan se woko hadith ma komsheni konkon Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam o se mo hunu bosome no ansana mo kyrekom saa so na yebegu ida se mo hunu bosome no ansana yagu id no nte eyade a saa hihye ewo ho edemayen se de be ya udi kan ekan no eduru mere bi a se yen wo Ghana ye hunu na binum ehunu on be hya ase akyerekom ye ya hya ase nti the following day no yenso ye be hya ase no e ban se akomchi no be kwa wiye ya hya ase ntem no na ye de akoye adunu enkono na o mo hya ase ntem no o de akoye aduasa na saa adunu nkono ene aduasa ni nyina no komsheni konkon Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kire nse ni mienu bia no si etimi kire 29 anase 30 a ni nyina no e ade a ye gitum e chance a kire koma ye hwehwe ye sa begu ide so eno so ye hwehwe nemum se de komsheni waka no se koba nse bia ye je aduonu enkon 39 days ye hwehwe ye nhuna eduru ye 30 days ewie nko ade a eno de ye wi akonche no into the following day no se ye be hunu anase ye hunu emere naso anase ya akomche na wi ese ye de eid no e de to aso ansana akomche eba beduru no se wo ye muslimini a e wo se wo de entutuye papa ahodo bebre egu akwan mu se de be ya Ramadan bosumi no beto a unim de ese wo ye ba ko a edikan ene se Ramadan bosumi bosumi soronko a Quran nkenkan e ade a ehia papa ne sa ne ntino Quran na wode obekenkan ese wo ye ne ready saa mere nso edura ya sori ye ni nyina nso edimu ne saa ne ntino wontade a obehye baabi a obeye sala se wanko mosa ne bia wofi a baabi a obeye sa ese wasiesie ho mu se bia ensu ato ana bibia sinti mentimi anko moso a me ne me yire ene me ma aha ne beye sala kete anase carpet abeso sala ni nyina no e se wo ye ni nyina krado se de be ya embeso a ho nkyerɛw saa pepepe nso na wonim obia nim aduane a otime ede ekire ekom no nti wonim se Ramadan bosumi eba abeso woyɛ ahoboa osisi ho se enema ahodo a wobehia ama wode ayɛ akomkye no ama edimu ede ama no saa nyoma ni nyina no woyɛ ne krado se de be ya ebe no beso na afi na wobetutu ho mirika wa bra nekusa mere na wose ututu mirika de ntia eye defend se yekom sheni konkron Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam o se sa mere edura nyankopon otie empaibo waye krado se empaibo obeje atum enti no sala na ye nim se ye na empaibo ahodo biara ye wono ye de atu nyankopon anim nti akonya no aba abeda ho se yenkan asem no emfanche nyankopon ni yigina sala no so ene be kan yensem no e de akire nyankopon enti no se ko ban se sa emre edu a obia bo no homoden se sa ne mpai bo na de hia di bia no wode no koto ne nyankopon anim ne won nyina achi no sa tarawi eye sala yeye e wo mra eye isha achi no eno enye hye nso obi wo ha bia ya de enti ontimi nyina ho nye sore nye dodo se de yeye na enye nhye mfama no ne mo wono mo ya akomkyen na ahoden ewo ho na ombetimi aye ndo wono de so mbo homoden na wono ye nanso ne nyina achi no enhye da nye enhye pote ne mom eye nhira eye adom bebre se afiaso na unya bibi wo nyankopon ho bobo homoden biara obetimi se de be ya wode wonsem ebeto nyankopon anim na waye obisade e de ama wo
Amerwahin koneyin chensemi de ye kan hie ohia na hia bitumi eti afutu ne aboa ma odudam pempenso a yetumi ye nhire ne bi
ye ho ne se asem a otumfo nyankopon wa me ate ase ewo Quran konkron se wo se ya ayuha allazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal ladzina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun wo se o mo a mo ye agidifo waya akomkyen no enhye amount te se de woye ne enhye ma wona odi mu anim kan no adenti ase de be ya mo be ye atrenefo nti in general no okama agidifo nyina nemom de wose yete ase ne se agidifo nyina no ukenkan sa verse amakan ekọ anim a wose enkrofo bi ewoye mu a wonom eya ayarefo enkrofo bi woye mu a wonom eya akwantufo saa mere na udi tukwan no akomkye no enye nhye emfa mawo saa mere nso a woyare no akomkye no enye nhye emfa mawo nemo Ramadan bosome no ekwa awie a enadodo a udi tukwan enadodo a na woyare a na wo humfa no wo be saa enda no na wo de ahyem na saa ya desem a ye ka ho asem no obi a wafa yefuru obi a wabu ne nsa okwa afikire ne obi a oma abofra enofo wonom nyina ye kan wonom eka ayarefo no ho nanso bi ha obekọ baabi na binum oma o afafuru na oya akomkyene oba oma abofra enofo no no so ya akomkyene ni nyina no enya de Islam ekire nsa izan say scientists amiatia say abofra owo yefunu no aduane a ne maame odi no eno bi no this way maame no o ya akomkyene a woni dia wa hwe abofra de na obedi onya aduane ni tie bansa na abofra no na obo na timode nanso no Islam no waye bibia bokọ de ama ense de be ya enye dendenden emfa man to bia oma abofra no fo bia ono so no wanyinsen ye man kwan ma onya akomkyen ne mo Ramadan bosome no ekọ awie na ahoden wo ho a ena dodo a wamfa anya no nyina na waye ede ahyem se de medi kan se Islam onye enema dendenden emfa man Nyankopon se la yukallifullahu nafsan illa wusaha Nyankopon onfa adeso a na koa entimi nsoa no onfa mane nsoa ndi se bia oyare yade bi wo ho a enya de a ebekọ nne ana ebekọ china eno sa no permanent sickness a wo nipa a wotesa no untimi nkasa Nyankopon se enya akomkyin se doctor akankora still me de meye izan se chira wo da bi wo yesa watia emra tisa wo yare a doctor approve se o sa yade we ne wo so eni kwan se wo be ma ekoma de mre tententen bi te se osa se ode ekom eya ahwe a wetumi ahworo nkwa amaye saa nso na obi a wanyina du ne mpanyin fie so se oye abrewa ana se oye akokora ye kan wonom eka nkofo mo ye ayarefo no ho di se wanyina du mpanyin fie so na wa otwe a abre nyina no wonyare ekora mpo no ana Ramadan bosumi mai kora wa otumu se enya de a ho sisi ho so a saa nkofo ete saa no nyina no akomkye no ye nye ne nhye emfa ma wonom enam wonom empenyin fie so a wonum anyina duru nti ba dodo na de yete hu se ya na yeye akomchine wie ansana haje no wonum akọ ne mo ho da bia no ana se wonum be ko akiri bia no eho omutimi bo afode ewo ho ma eye obi nso ha ne man a ofire mu otimi esende sika mo so mo afode ma ne mo dodo na omo ebo ewo ho na de me nya ntiye ne se obi wo ho a wabo afode ewo ho no omutimi de ni nyina bobo anu
dame semi na oya sunsu kenzi a order secretary na no mechira oya Abura Ahmedia Muslim Mission oya Cape Coast Autumn no Tugwa ya kwere mizane kwekijina omampanyin ezechi oya Professor Jane na no opoko ajeman AFIBA suna wo ya Independence Day a obomazo bo ya mafama hona abado nkankan oya school fo nta afi mafama ahe mafama oya dunime bien na obomazo na fi wotum na obo hona abado na wo ya oya yekire sonko ma wofo na hwedofo nya wotum be boy medumedi otum na we peye Uchense madam mafama ya mafama wo school kofo wo ya basic school wo senior high school sa wotum na wejina na wo de ma boss body wotum de was presidential award and wotum ya yen ma mpanyin na ze chire gina simpido boy chire sem chire awofo na hwedofo de wa bomazi no febetubere no wa hwekono mba ma obudu dem pempensu de ma su na wo mesu akwanchafo panyin na obega na no me chire aya Ghana education service no mpanyin fo bible boy me de medwumedi tum kwa yim papa ma boy no hyemo fo me nkwan ma fo mo so se wotum ba honayim chire de abata na hwedofo won so wo oye disafata da oboboa ma omane Ghana tuma afene tempe fra Abura yetiti oye moframa da na amampefini ho sa moframa no so etum na abehye mpanyifo anem in the 52 students na wotum na wabo hona abado ma oye ne da Ghana ha what's there anintine mfanyina ahoro otum no oretwe agu no ya ko yiza kitina oya enkan no so afa ohwe nkitahuzodo onabokojo aponkroma enye kwa afet ma chonkomo da wudi ya papa de kwa afa nkankan wudo koko wotumo bread na abiri.
I think for those who do not understand the role cocoa plays in the Ghanaian economy, they will downplay this issue. Cocoa is a major driver of employment and job creation in the economy. The statistics are that about 1 million people are directly involved as cocoa farmers. And these cocoa farmers have farm hands, they have dependents. If every cocoa farmer has about 3 farm hands and dependents, you are talking of about 4 million Ghanaians affected by bad trading decisions and monetary policy decisions that have been made by this administration. That is one. But it's not just the cocoa farmers. If you talk to other farmers, rice farmers, maize farmers, they would also tell you that they are having their own hardships because of, in particular, the monetary policy regime that we are currently running. So rice farmers, if your reporters have been out to the country, will tell you that they have borrowed money, they have produced rice, they've milled rice, but now imported rice is cheaper than locally produced rice. And so they are running into debt. And they are not sure that next year they will be able to farm. I've had the opportunity to visit some of the rice farms, some of the rice mills, and it's a heartbreaking story. The maize farmers are complaining of similar issues on their side. So if you look at agriculture alone, I dare say you are getting to about 5 or 6 million people who are affected by some of the bad policy decisions that this administration has made. Then you come to manufacturing. Today, if you will speak to the average Ghanaian manufacturer who produces something in Ghana, he'll tell you that cost of production is gone up. Cost of production is gone up minimum by about 24%. The methods the government is using are the reasons for which they're able to measure and tell you that result. But it doesn't mean that the lived experience of people reflects that. If you want to control inflation by sterilization, 62 billion Ghana cedis in 2025 sterilized. The refrain in town will be that there's no money in our pocket. And so when the item is produced and even the price is there, the trader at a point will say, let me reduce my price and get rid of it.
aha na ejujumedin ya edibisi ya misho da etum na ezineti idan we yaba iba izo oyan krate no pesepese mbutuma cho wono do
Mido, Ghana Biana. I'm going to be able to do everything. I say, baby, she. Mangashi.
Junior! I'm saying so enough for me, do you know?
Sister Cospa, it's a winning gas.
I'm using the why. Why?
Down Yankanawa.
Sister Cos. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient.
LPG, let me see your hand. Ooh, I got yeah.
Sell gift shop, a place you can rely on. You call on us and we'll deliver. Thank you.
Person na fie tum na yakọ oye ihe na enyim papa pati biara etum ehwe yakopon shop papa na emom abutere ya na ezebesha hi onkran abutere ya na ezebesha hi onkran sa na mpanyefo anoma oche dua pinya na ogebo nti anoma mpere ogebo anti na ogina dua de kakrara na otum na okon nti se bi enku an wolbu demina samnati AFIBA Wala here she no ye.
Oh say the
the wala show hun
Oh yes, very important.
Wala show hun show hun and said it's easy hu dey ma wada ko hwa hwehwe. Ahwa me kire show hun kwen wata na eche no efe. It's easy hu so ye. Nti without that no. The manfo obaka dey wata re yo hwe ye otere nyina and show hun kwen ye.
So we show who ahwehwe mo na obehu satare na.
Yeah.
Ebi abeka bia me entimi mbu abe.
Yes. Ebi o ma ebe hwe na afa bia no. Okay, chelo. Tell you one pamaji. Nti na bana. Baba. Ya shampa pemina sa e kasa so oye the daily graphic. COVID-19 levy on invoice. COVID-19 so ye nti there sisiara at the levy semi we ye fuo ma no COVID-19 levy. The CCR so about the goals of COVID-19 levy on invoice. Na F for the daily graphic na once able to na aka nefi etumna ababe metuma adako wayim papa. The mouse na yesho mbese bogofia a chance me there. Awoda bo mazina fi wozi mbese bogwano utumodo ko hunayim wo chacha doma wo yetime mfo na fi wotum na wobua na wotasiye na ma wotum akoyim. 52 students received Presidential Independence Day Award. Dama ebo oyakase abona itum na ezema oye domono no ano na otum no ababo de gwa AFIBA.
Oma yentwa so ewo the daily searchlight anopay. O say Baumia and Samira's distress in the Middle East. Who is lying? Oma ensansen bi etwagu ewo internet ne so na say former vice president one ne yire ne doma edinachi omo yo madwen say anka omo ko Saudi Arabia nanka oma say wo de obeti ase mpaibo bi efren umura bi no omo kwa kwa mba say ese no ho side no akwa edeja ntokwa ne ade bombo fly every day ntino ama say obi wo ho a sabi ebeka say ne nkwa eda esan mu ne science no na ebeto dwa say sana foreign minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa wa bomodin ahye say omumbo embassy no embo former vice president Dr. Baumia one ne entourage enho ban na emwa bia omde beboa omo ama yetimi eyi omo free baby esan wo de omo akọ safety no omunye ne sa emfama omo intino ebeto dwa na se ebe yehu mpo se foreign minister and a boye ema yeyi Dr. Baumia ne nkofo eka no ho efri esan eno na miracles abuaje enso e dia beto dwa se bibia sa ensi na etise Dr. Baumia one ne nkofo ko na esan bia mpo ni ho emom airport ayewo kata no eno ma close but airport na ewo Saudi Arabia it is opened no mbetimi edi o ma akoniaba ntina ahokyere bia mbaye na ehu akohia se foreign minister ne nkofo ebeboa ma omayi Dr. Baumia free asan bibia sa eni ho zeze ne ehu ne oka no kre who is lying a foreign minister na transfer pese oye nimonyam pe bi sa ana so se Dr. Baumia ene ne nkofo ya foreign minister abo mo ampa but omo pese omo de ne flowers ebema no enti Baumia and Samira's distress in the Middle East. Who is lying? Why na eka no kre hwan so na transfer enti no onya people ni bia obeka no hu say foreign minister na say Dr. Baumia. Okay. Professor Afuakwa drags GCTU to High Court over unlawful removal. Vice Chancellor, former Vice Chancellor of GCTU na ode Ghana Communication School ni na whole university ni na court. Say ekwan amofa so eji in the position every ni say me vice chancellor position no emfa mra kwan so oma mfa kwan papa so e no moye oma mfa mra kwan ya school no akunkyire gu ho no e ne fa so eyi ni free ni vice chancellor position no odio school na court omunko no munko remove omo maf CLOSAC battles proposal to make controller independent. Na Controller and Accountant General's Department and person omoye into an independent body no CLOSAC ebonjo so kra na or can say anke enyi say omoye ne sa nti ye hwe say ombetimi aye ne independent body and say omuntimi enya ne independent body. Oma anopa daily search like dia odi aba no.
Yoko daily graphic daily guide, sorry, daily guide. Asema wa yama chaba aye FIBA to meken no ba omia na ne yere Samira Saudi Arabia ne titire ne tete aba
they are safe.
But they
are
safe. Former president, former vice president, the end result is happen. Each one for himself, go for us. Mamprobi Polyclinic baby thief get 200K bill. Nti abena yo abewa yo wachi hono wa demo sisi no that's the phone na oye anas fa wachi hono no wa mo be 200K ewo the umma mazina fi onya krado na obesa hono echi na fi wotum na afro hon biem. Government lays community service bill in parliament. Yo da hono say the community parliamentary obofa bode papa nti you don't see. A man jailed 3 years for illegal hunting. Yeah, now to the letter of which one be which one was some more. Illegal hunt. Natural man. Alcohol or Kakon forest. Once a no, Kusibo, Kusinunio, or Bachon. See, or pay any animal, watch one, and then I went and watching. Yes, watch I went in. No woman, if he pal, a bass. The uncle them, I'm a next time. A bonny work here, one call them a henum, a FIBA.
Oh, paying our bedroom a bag.
Yeah.
Yo, Oma, Yanswa so the Chronicles, the Chronicle and the process. Cannibal serial killer jailed for life. Cannibal serial killer jailed for life. Let's just say, onye serial killer keke, kunkum nipa keke. Ne mum no. Osanso sabi o awi nipa nam sa brante na ne ho asem beto dwa che se ye dija we internet ne so se no court ese won kodam for life ne nkwan na kai wo wi ase nyina ye mo mpa se obedi nkwan tenten a che se na be obedam a che pa because bone na we di no ano odin te wo so won kodam nche 50 oil coins or government 986 million Ghana cedis in taxes. GRA promises to recover the money. Just say Ghana no confirm tax crowd. I mean, 986 million Ghana cedis in taxes. Wow. In the way now, tax is taxa. Was oil companies no ebinum. Sorry, ebinum. Omodema are buying in taxes. Also musia in taxes into no GRA Ghana Revenue Authority ashabo ba no den say oya kwan bia so on be gisa sika no e dia to aban futu because e aban sika minority will fight for the welfare of cocoa farmers cocoa to ye ne da ye kan ho asem ye minority omode omaprobo akopie mu wo cocoa afom say almost someone in parliament now omundi koko for asem emomo ne wo mu kwafo mu no mankasa do mani ya gani akwa hu akuafo no ne omu efuo no eno na omukoya omuhye omunkran say ekwan bia so ye beko amamu yiedie bibia be makoko farmers ho ahara omu wo man mu no minority say omu hyebo omu beye ama koko farmers ho atomo the Chronicle anope ono so ne dia odi abene
exclusives are also my kind of man paying as a na apoko ajima professor kenizin ho ano da my talk as a bonum 52 outstanding BC stars na chere mo from what to abo na about the sonko or oye independent award the what no so na fibia the meeting or to no or to understand say ma oye nwanum hina ayuko Middle East war threatens Ghana's food action needed now. Etu masana ha iye masana ha no open bi a chana adwen de Ghana awda ebom mazana fi yutum na yebo yeho ban papa wo ye adwumedi no ama oya hinezbra bizi bibia so tum na akodo ye papa good boy dem sem so de him papa ma ehu oya krate na onia sameje fi ne fe da ha okaka say wo ye hinu nuanem Angel FM no other than semi tum no other tugwa. The man also about him be elderly woman sick mama President Mama intervention in land row intervention of autumn kodo or exclusive newspaper AFIBA.
Yo young twaso na yemfa the Daily Post and so Ghana Medical Trust Fund swears in entity tender committee charges members to uphold integrity and protect the public purse. Ghana Medical Trust Fund near Yefeno Mahama case no. And paying for as well in entity tender committee omubeshe se sika ye benya wasafoto nimu no ye be use edia aye Ghana ho adwuma na moment konko sheba kofo ebotom anase obi mpase anase se enkwayeda we adwa base na emom no ye be use sika no na ye de aye nienti a ye de safoto no ababe to ho se na ebe ya se obi wo chronic disease bi ana ontumi ntua ne ho be wosa aban ebe bam no so ababe boa no Kokobor deputy CEO appointment. Rebata dismisses conflicts of interest claims as baseless. Omo ka say Kokobor deputy CEO na appointments no me no conflict of interest bi no chechemu abase entisa na emum no conflict of interest bia enkoso ewo ehono. Government introduces community service bill to replace prison sentences for minor offenders. And don't say we minor na say ukoko ye nyamransem bi na esa say do ekoto efiase na say correction center bi mpo na obibi sese enu ye ba be sha ase na say abanye de e ba be sha ase efe no community service bill. Nti no obeye adwuma ma community no obeye adwuma den e de ama community no nti emfa prison service bi ampo sentence bi amfa ma no mom no obeye adwuma ano den e de ama Ghana na so ohwa ade a wepin ho nti eye mra afi na aban e de ba eye bill a enya meye law yet nti sa netie Daily Post no so na anope ni ode aba no
you to find kisi wo the national empire Ghana at 69 na sisi aye baby ti yambo oya china nti ya ba mazi na fi obi biara sisi no ho ne akoboa left right ya hene mampanyin obakasa the master mampanyin na nemsefo asuafo a wo hwe oye manto do the master na horo wonyina business do wo mampanyin ne nemsefo pe na obaka nti ya do son oya regional minister speech on campaign ba kanon anu obi biara awdo otum no use the same speech the message say think can ye mbi abaseno kon no ye bo ho about papa but first go na nti bo no this year na sama baka regional minister na sama baka no IP so but uniformity and nti wa ma campaigns obaka no the mara no bia baka asesa enenzi mu yudu the mara 1.5 billion assets froze under hey Razi Yankopon the more of so there 50 time be ora basna yehu za ko nti ya ti honorable kwachofusu no ababe de mensa bira oyensam chofu to munchuchu oyenkomo MPA scraps disconnected fuel pricing by OMCs. Nti the means me so ababe de go akota krata na ba mazinara na efie tumuna kenkan nsam otumu ho za otumu esi America 2 na tumuna aba National Sport Authority was a crisis bureau at National Sport Authority ba sampa na otumu onka iyi ofi ha iyi mintumi ni adwuma ana otumu na aba nti payina bibiara ayeba ne didi bibi o yizu mintumi ni adwuma yizu mintumi ni adwuma ebedu bebi na enye bia yin na yin adwuma nti enye bia yin na yin adwuma nti national sports authority payefo umma modern challenge so there yimuntumi yin adwuma onfa mpontu ontum mfa mba AFIBA
Omayenfa daybreak and so or say Council of States elections Attorney General Muntaka hot over Ashanti election vandals trials. Council of State election nana Attorney General ni Muntaka omuho hwehwe omo papa san say ensensen bi ekoso ewo Asante mantomo about the election na entwa ye kra we di oma wasam ya oka ye and that so eda say miracles abwaje and I say Baumia is safe. Baumia is safe as miracles rubbishes government evacuation claims. It's we no Baumia is safe now why no enye aban nim ho hwe aban say nim ba kokra say na emum no ekọ soro ba for me na ni tintin say say Baumia is safe na emum aban enim ho hwe. No plan to us afenyo markings for delay hints ni na yen sensema anopay daybreak and so there ba onya krata ni bi na okenkan a obehu ne ewom oma yen to aso
oza na no nkrata no sempi nya na etum na abado ebugun card ready 2 lines. National Health Insurance Authority registered 3,000 plus in Volta region into each apomide sechi ba no orokoyin papa at one day the mission papa with mazina wotum here minority caucus storm cocoa farmers over price cuts ayasamabo sisi ara mbibi sase no a press conference onsu hu lake hu gala no aka press conference ho is a yefi gala say gather and sell is a yaba cocoa farm na aka press conference wo ni na ho na odebay awo na ehase no so tomorrow trado nti damina asamnete anga kata kuyara na ya yenti there yene mampa na ze chir arba oye 88th speech and prize giving day nti dem school phone ma ho dwumezi biara etumna akoye enoba atampa yemo ayeko ba finfin manto.
The spider and I did so anopay na Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin nimfoni da hase kese pan or say Bagbin moves lawmaking to markets, chiefs, palaces, schools nationwide where Parliament storms the streets where they are say Parliament community connect. Parliament community connect. Say no ye de mrashe be dwafie no ye de call efiefie ye de call ahimfia any schools mu nyina Parliament storms the streets and also no NCA cracks the whip. Telcos face heavy fines over worsening network chaos. Worsening network chaos. Network in India may say. Enya cry. Aye pinso. Eno na NCA say no wo bia we telcos. We telco telecommunication network provider bia na. Wo network enye, wo network ye so akoye say black and white TV no. Ntimi mfa nya hwe no. San kwofo ni nyina ye be fine mu. Ye be bom ka o metua because mo so mo boye ka. Mo boye ka pa na obeto data ahen gig. So kra so. Ensho mpo se bibi kra mpo load wo phone so. Ene san so sa no na emwa kra. Nti no NCA se mo amo run star network na enye papa ni na mo ntwen na ye ba mo so. Oral bites hard. Misoma wasem ya okan 1.5 billion Ghana cedis in assets frozen. In assets frozen. 1.5 billion Ghana cedis no. Enye sika physical cash asem na ye kan emom no. Ejapade oral freezy. Ni nyina no ka boma sika obetimi de ama no 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. Oral so omacho omonya no mo form results in famra. The biamba be kan brofo akese enso mo ka wi aye hu hwe.
Utemi ka hwe ne keto aboro rade ge.
Speed you say motor mo di hwe mo by now san
ka. Papa foreign ministry. Ame yando. Amachi no sijan, ni bi no sijan, no hu bi no ho wall, no what to bi no ho CCTV cameras. Aden.
Anko se hwe.
Aden Ghana.
Uncle Sishu.
Oh my, be them hakum today. I do later. King bang.
With the sound beer.
Achievers are no so Volta Region Hospital declare a death threat. And a promotion of Rahu. Say, what's it? Jamal Kwano, Commander building all the diamonds or resident or the manu. And the capacity of the community or increase. They be out of concern. But hospital is no more time not. Until especially Volta Region. I am here for Rada Davi ni fo na madakukula lamba shida kama na fando machinda the man otado na utumu na odoko oko hospital oko ho yo ho papa nti ohenen achesem no wonsase nti omamazena fi wontum na wombra na omabo ho na bibia so ontum no onkodo.
Can you imagine a whole regional hospital and also then no ICU. Regional hospital, any ICU, any surgical ward. It sounds like any a facility a leaky, smelly rooms. How? Regional hospital, wow.
Yeah, I can tell you some of the so into Ghana Armed Forces Critical Care and Emergency Hospital increases dialysis fee to 700.
Hey,
700 Ghana. I can't dialysis could be a 7. Say week in. Yeah, say week in the chair will come to you for which that.
Hey,
I say,
wow.
The means no. What maybe there time you must me beer because I munia I am some troya or bread with the men's man. Or brepa or but you mean now drum. I saw for home by bumping phone by bo. Ni yankofonu ni anom a wotumo ta na chinti ye bompa onyine pinti na onkonkozen e fonto fambo na mom da sese ne zi be ma on so de ho za akwai aya sam kase papa AFIBA
yene na yenso aso na yenfa the Daily Democrats enso aso I say Gabi Asare Ochre Dako fingered in alleged galamsey at Achim Asikam. Ochedakun Gabi Ochedakun and I say galamsey nsensem bia ekoso wo Achim Asikam no ne humbom yensa misabi etnetne so say ansha na onim hu bi nti emre ne enkrabia ene be kire say onim hu bi anase onim hu bi ye nyina nim say Sunday be ye na World Women's Day na Momolate launches National Gender Policy 2025-2034. National Gender Policy. Be a Minister for Gender and wa be pa ho ntoma. Say eye enisuade hunu bi a de si gender minka say ministry na any so say from 2025 nkoju 2030 ni de e was say ehwe na yenya sa anema no ewo Ghana has anasa ye achieve sa nyem ebotaya ye de si ye ni so wasa policy nim no 76-year old woman appeals to President Mahama over unlawful land seizure. Say ye din kan ho asem dada 76-year-old woman bia ye gina sa se fi ni nsem na ordinary say de akoto President Mahama nim say owura osere na ombo no na ye gina sa se na sa se fi ni nsem abra emfa emra kwan so Daily Democrats and opinion day.
If you look at I made today in Chamichara and Pera was on to too much also women and leadership. Aye. Into wow the women. Women
and leadership. Newspaper na no pay or their boss say NP Jan Kujo to receive International Community Development Award. International Community Development Award no enye award bi a ye saa akwa. Ti de mawa na che se wo bon homodi ye papa wo bo adwuma son aso mpanfo ani ansa na ye de saa award na ma nti se unya na enya nomination na che se wo say wo bo adwuma nti kwaso nti member of parliament Jan Kujo na yabo ni din se oba beje International Community Development Award enchekra. MPs hold legal seats in local assemblies, but engagement remains spotty. Dr. Charity Jadosi ena oka ho asemi o say o share member of parliament na yenso omo wo legal seats omo wo atnaye wo local assemblies nimu enso no say eba no engagement say ye frefro mo ana say ye ka omo ahye involving them in decisions makings bia ya na omo pese omo nyi member of parliament enfim no mankasa enye omade eba ne sanso ana entweye kra Kaswa traders resist municipal plan to demolish market structures. Kaswa adwadifo a ewo ho na omo se omo ni municipal na entwe kra na plan bi omo fa se omo bebubu market structures market bi a ewo ho na outside municipal ni sanko omo ba bebubu no but Kaswa traders say there bi ye ne mo entwe kra mo yesa enyeye. NCC chairperson Caitlin Adi pushes election to local government heads to fix accountability gaps. Ninyina women and leadership newspaper. Newspaper, I don't know say if it has been there for a very long time there, but hey, me one first time manager.
Okay.
Oh,
sustainability is how we do.
Sustainability because am I idea sustainability course?
Say nature wo oye amanyeku biza.
But say bia amanyeku bi na hye ase no mo ye de ne.
No be
omo free power assembly.
Press reporter, the press reporter newspaper. Our nation turns 69 years old. Nti asampo se punodun. Oye theme no say celebrating the beauty, heritage and prestige of our homeland Ghana. Nti what is the beauty you are celebrating it?
Yeah.
Are you celebrating any beauty?
Oh yes. Yeah, 69 years old.
What kind of beauty?
Yeah, this 69 years.
You
know my be na 69 years.
I don't know.
Ghana we nipa anko pension.
Oko pension wa kwa hujim bi.
Ana obi akeke so letimi nya eko pension nya asumdwe te se na Ghana enya ni. Ghana ye wa asumdwe.
Yeah.
Then na ye ni bombs aye fly e wo amanfo aman so e bi fly wo ha. Ye wo oman a religions ahodo e wo. Ye wo Muslims wo ho, ye wo Christians, ye wo Buddhism, ye bi religion bia bi wo ha sei. Nanso no asumdwe ade na ye asumdwe no e ho ntochima. Nti anya hwe kra no ye ni hwe kra no ye wa asumdwe. Say ye ni sika wo ye botom kra say petrol no ne bo kosoro say dum so beba o.
Koko wa to da.
Koko ye tso ho say han tso.
E kwano de etita.
At least so mo kwa protest na omo be no asumdwe muli. How be obi ankototo tiagas obi ankototo bombs we kwano beautiful.
Yeah, the Mr. Sarika, AU member states charged to depend their commitment to justice. AU payfa amampay John Dramani mama or kahuntu wa amado akona ba fada wa ma oya pepper ye etumina afonetem pefra. Nti anana wa ma oye na hona hyenso do frank ahopi na osensa no hona chiri etumna aboa echeda wora wina yetumna ye kwensisi na why stakeholders oye engagement na wacha chense metuma chira dom kwana pa ba fada wan kuntebu auditing obotu no akodo na bibia so etumna awie pe Ghana levy anwo wotuma chense kwana biara no oda wotu hunkutanwozi wa ya France no otum no okanyim nti da wotum na wati ankasa Ghana unveiled national agenda all these things in by name or the bottle later on no enhwe yo yati
this is 9 years they say yenhwe say e face culture no ya ba be kan ho asema ma ho speech de but yemfa nya hwe no e bia be sesa yempa yesa
enko yenime
yenko the overseer yemfa overseer so enso aso Abbas Nuruddin mfonyi da ha ne board gold board boss Sami Jemfi mfonyi da ha say no say lawyer go lawyer come. NDC communicators back Abbas for international communications role. Lawyer beko lawyer beba nemum Abbas Nuruddin yede national communications role e de ahye ne nsa no de say on di nkomo ema NDC amanyoko ne de amanyɔkuo ne tie na chipa because ɔbɔ adwuma ɛso ani ankasa nti sɛ lawyer bow sɛ lawyer ko abas ɔno ana ɛkɔ February inflation falls to 3.3%, lowest since 2021. February, month of February, inflation about from by 3.3%. Now, since 2021, about 2026, yeah. And only the lowest inflation cry ya recorded Ghana has say. Na me bisa say inflation no ya recorded wo buku mu. And I say ya record do jumbo because still me koto ade a ne boy din me di sika kase beko but the value amenya no e kitwa bi na me de beba na inflation na afall no e fall wo book ni mu ana so say afall wo paper so ana afall wo ye bottom because I don't know about everybody but Ghanaians and I'm a Ghanaian I can't feel it. I cannot feel the intensity of inflation coming down. I can say inflation, reduce inflation, above from inflation. Me, I cannot feel it. Because still, na anima boarding. Still, na things are expensive in the market. And then in the year, uko markets now uko bisa, uko engage market traders na wahona. Ebe can't show say stocks are na say niema ye wono. Ye niema ye to ye ansa na inflation neba be kofom. Into no inflation ko fomo san ko fomo ono onte so onte ne ne man so abane san untimi nya ne hwe into inflation na fall ya asempa say inflation eso atia ya asempa na emum no moma yen feel wo yekotoku moma yen feel wo yesikasemu yekodwom ne yekoto ade moma yen feel moma yen say you inflation so ate say eye na nka inflation kosro na nka yatoto ne mabuo mu a 1 minute cry metoso ena yatutu ne mabom obehu na nkofo ye demonstrations nkofo na nkofo ye se na nkofo ye se ye pese ye to eyibo ni mo ye pese ye to car lorry frame mu ye pese ye tutu ye ne mabom because inflation kosho but se ba forma yesre mu ada muma ye feel why yesre mu a munhu ye mobo na muma ye feel because ne mabo ye din a e ka ye nyina muma ye feel inflation say ekofom gold board jewelry to launch Maiden Heritage Village. In name say Ghana month. Ye celebrate Ghana. Ye can Ghana home abakwasem. Ye church Ghana shase baby ye free. Ebabesi say 69 years and that form. And nonti na gold board ayese omo ba be share bibia e fe no gold board jewelry gold board enkrabata omo ye jewelry omo ye nkomade ne ne de ehyehyehye ye ho ade no omo se omo ba be launch heritage village in celebration of Ghana month and opay overseer ne so ne dia ode abanono yentu asuna yenko graphic showbiz and so I say heritage is our power according to Jifa Gomashi and our kasa semi yabakwasem and also say amenka nisa yabakwasem yetumi a ekutai oman bia no say ubedi it starts from your heritage, it starts from your culture, it starts from your history. Intina say oman bi enim ni history a yakasa sa oman no ebebo anase abo anase enifapem answer no oman bia ebetum pon no we have to build on the foundation na in history our heritage you know I was say you build it on it into say o kai wo history wonimu history a wonimu heritage a na che say ukura tumi papa obetimi edi samini emfoni so da ha say o say my private life is sacred. The private life no eye bibia me say me church sacred mo ba say ka say bibia sacred a just ade no eye kronkron ye mfan piepie bahat ye kata so ye boho ban enti no sami ni say the private life no eye sacred enti no obi an respecting the private life and you say we celebrating enti na e china nko akwa fa the private life dey aba beto abonti obetimi asiu for your information. Into no the private life no there sacred. Yanto aso called the Hawk newspaper, the Hawk and so Eddie Abano Sigalam say devours 9,000 acres destruction source in 3 years. assassin kwa galamsey atimi asɛ no ka ni nyina boma 9,000 acres of land in 3 years in the year 2026 and 2025 from 2024 my main plan is from 2023 say 2026 yen shada nko yen biasa into no my main plan from 2023 to 2025 galamsey activities asase asɛ no 9,000 acres not to talk of yen kan ensuo kra asɛ no ensuo galamsey asɛ no embaye nnua ye forest ahodo a galamsey asɛ no embaye emframa a galamsey asɛ no embaye asase nko ade 9,000 acres the whole community people no pay what they aba thousands mourn Samijan Fee's father-in-law Saturday and I say memenda etwe mu na nya agro kra timu say amanfo ade abesono and I say ato abesono bibisa nibire has come because gold board chairman gold board boss Samijan Fee na say nimpon na ye no 1 week celebration nyamkopon fa ne kra ensieye kra nyamkopon fa ne kra ensieye ase edun ketia general ANNAN infoni so edda hase o say you must be bewitched to contest me. I say edun ketia ones of potential rivals. Now general obeko everything obe contest MPP flag bearer so be so na yenhum ye na ene wo sise ye china wo sise ni de asa emboa yo ene wo sise ye china wo sise no emboa ye kra ntino bomodi na bebie so na menka say obi obe contest bi a na chese nipa kro no bibi hye na ni ase oh yeah oma
bebe butu me dry wo ayi ko so nko
okay
na maye ti amori abi ro bo wana
mimpeti area be area be ti say
Moko mo boss wo international man
na peti mi peti
international man na mamo IT na mo share everybody na do aha na ezi mbabe no bisu mesi hene Sofia Abakansa Kalik Sofo wo another Kalik Sofo aka asofo ho Abura St. Lawrence Catholic Church most of people moko Catholic so
Oko Catholic sam yen kan
na father obey ni zo ko ba bati nti Reverend Father Isaac ANNAN GYAN na father de bia so wona no de bia o hyewa no from mpo anka nchem no good morning also ma asomje nkan nti me waji papa da yin sab kai baka aya akonche ho sentim de ne ha hyewonsa wi ayin father de nkomo na baba bensin LENT ne ho asam no ana ya baka engineer yen na ayin sema ba bi ye ba akireba AFIBA ESSIEN nkaya oka ho original obonu meti ewi abi ayin father be zenkogo yen na ayin ho yemra
Abode to